Hey guys, how everyone is doing? Welcome back to another live stream. Sorry for the delay. I was having mentoring sessions, so yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so how is your week so far? How is everyone doing? Welcome. So another Tuesday's live stream, another live stream to take a look at the market. So yeah, today is a little bit about technical analysis, any kind of anything related to price action. You can just feel free to ask. If you would like me to take a look at any specific pair, you are feel free to ask me as well on the chat. So yeah, interact with me, and yeah, let's see where it goes, right? So if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I usually do 2 live streams, one on Tuesdays, another one on Saturday, where I do the weekly analysis for the week ahead. And on Tuesdays, a little bit more, just maybe updating from what happened since Saturday, or any specific pair or a question that you may have regarding any topic that I may cover. Yeah, the idea would be kind of for you guys to kind of share your chart with me, to maybe give you my feedback, ideas, analysis, trades. Eventually we'll get there. So yeah, let's get started. Review from what happened then. Dollar index, we opened and we just made this strong move to the upside. So that's how market opened. Somewhere in here again, as I mentioned during the previous stream, this for me is actually kind of an engulf to the downside, where this will reacted in here, but this is going to be for the future. At least that how I see it. Just the same way that this one now, it's kind of an engulf to the upside, but I'm expecting this one to kind of follow through. Yeah, I would like to see price actually going higher even before now coming all the back down. I think from here maybe we are in a good position, a good moment to actually have maybe this deeper retrace to the upside. Yeah, so another Monday, another similar behavior on the Monday, which is actually Mondays are starting to be one of my favorite trading days. In the past, I used to like that much to trade on Mondays, because I was still not 100% sure how the direction for that the market will take for the week. And so and Monday it will be kind of after the 2 days without trading during the weekend. Yeah, feel a little bit rusty, not so ready to trade. But nowadays, Monday, it's actually kind of one of my favorite days to trade, because you see, like I'm starting to identify or can see that kind of behavior the price does. So usually, especially if on Friday we start having a kind of a good momentum, maybe it can be after some kind of news, maybe especially, for example, if we do have NFPs on the previous Friday, or maybe some important news that may happen on Friday, then price may move into with some good momentum during Friday. And then usually the way we're going to see kind of Monday behaving is we have that one and open, and what I'm looking for is I'm not really taking the trades during the London Open, but more during the afterwards. So I want to see kind of some good momentum happening during the London Open on Mondays. Usually the direction is going to be into the same direction where we kind of traded last Friday. Let's pretend that this was to move last Friday. Of course, then there's some kind of pause in here during the Asian session, and then there you go, kind of maybe let's just swipe some lows in here, and there you go, London open and some good momentum. And usually there is now two moments that I'll be looking for a setup, which is kind of around, let's call it 10 AM, 11 AM in the morning, kind of UK time. Usually price is going to have some kind of retracement after that strong move during the London open. Yep. So if price goes up like this, most likely we can start kind of trying to find out something on the left side that most likely price can react from, and that price can kind of retrace, and that could be one of the trades that you could take, that retracement. So you can kind of start with taking the London open, then the retracement, and then this retracement may take 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, it depends. Sometimes it's around 1:30 with some kind of news, or actually during then the New York open, that maybe going to see then usually the continuation to the upside. So that's usually what you see happening on Mondays, these kind of 3 opportunities that you can kind of take. And usually after the retracement, there is a high probability chance that either price is going to retest this high in here created already in the beginning of the session, or even a higher probability as well that actually price is going to just continue and even break through this high and close somewhere above it. And after that, usually you start seeing some kind of compression by the end of the session, but usually then you have the Asian session, something like that, and then Tuesdays are quite nice to see actually reversals. So yeah, just kind of pick out those highs in this case of the Asian session, and you are ready to trade on Tuesday to the opposite side. But yes, these 3 situations, on an open, the retracement, and then the trend continuation setup, those are 3 quite nice zones to try to look for trading opportunities on a Monday. If you are aware of this, of course, manage your trades and targets with accordingly. For example, if by any chance you manage to get long in here, maybe you can actually kind of partial profit somewhere in here before the retracement, but you can kind of keep some position open. Sometimes price actually gets close to the London open before the continuation. Sometimes it's just going to retrace a little bit, not so close to the London open. But yeah, maybe you can partial close, keep the still kind of some part of the position open to wait for that close. If you are trading the counter trend trade in here, the retracement, be a little bit aggressive with your targets. Don't expect price to completely kind of reverse in there, even go below the London open at level. And if you catch this trend continuation setup, in this case you can actually kind of look for targets even beyond this highs. Kind of what happened if you translate it to dollar index, it's kind of a good example. We had kind of the London open somewhere in here. Yep, somewhere in here. Maybe yeah, this is already yesterday, but this actually happened during the Asian. This could have been a good entry at this demand zone. But regardless, okay, on an open, this is actually a nice zone to look for a retracement. As you can see, we have kind of this previous kind of level of support resistance or this supply zone. So it's actually kind of a nice zone to look for that reversal setup. And then price literally just finds the next kind of demand zone in there. And there you go. It just shoots through and it continues. And then it closed somewhere in here. I think that's where kind of it closed yesterday. You can just go test it on the previous Mondays, go find their that setup, literally what happened in here. You can reverse it. It's exactly what happened as well on the euro, but on the other side, on the pound as well. On the pound actually kind of reacted from a better demand zone. So on the euro it reacted, so the retracement, then you can even see it. If this retracement is actually kind of price reacting from something that is kind of not that relevant, it's even easier or with more confidence that you can even try to trade this then trend continuation setup in the same direction, because most likely this level is not going to really hold. On the pound it was actually kind of a nice demand zone that actually price didn't really broke through straight away the previous lows. It kind of closed there and just this morning actually kind of closed it, and now it reversed. yeah, I can show in a bit. But yeah, Mondays. It's kind of a really nice behavior that you can kind of look for opportunities. I'm enjoying to catch these 2-3 kind of moments to try to capitalize. For example, as I mentioned before, I'm kind of a counter trend trader, so I'm actually was looking initially for this kind of move. I didn't really manage to get filled. I didn't really like the way price actually was reversing. So actually then I managed to capitalize on this one, on the pound, kind of the trend continuation setup on the pounds. Yeah. So what we have in here for now, nice break to the upside in here. We just took that low, that high, sorry, and yep, this level kind of is nice. A nice reaction now from this fresh demand zone, and maybe actually from here we may actually, I could see the possibility of continuation to the upside from here. There's not really the necessity to come further down. This was kind of a good level of support resistance with this fresh demand space. So I could actually see the overnights just continuing to go higher from here. Yep, I wouldn't be surprised if price just do that. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe towards at least to this next level that we have in here, kind of that supply zone that you may have in there. And yeah, price didn't even broke this high in here on this one. It just took this one, but this one had already reacted from there. This one already has reacted from there as well. So this kind of level, it's getting weaker and weaker as many times price is kind of touching it. Yep. Do you guys also like to recognize kind of these kind of patterns in trade, like during the day, during the week, or whatever? You guys try to find that behavior in the markets? Is it something that you guys pay attention to? Yeah, I kind of still have this level in here that price may go to. Yep, in here. However, I still see this one kind of as an impossible actually move to the upside. And I wouldn't be surprised if actually price will just continue to go higher, not even respecting this level that in the future. Yep, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. There's maybe something in here. There's nothing much comparing with what I said previous Saturday. I was already kind of expecting this level to be broken. I actually kind of draw a possible scenario with price going higher and maybe then reversing closer to this level in here, this highs. Yeah, maybe somewhere in here there's maybe some orders as well, just above these stops, this triple top in there. Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, nothing much going on in the on dollar. Yeah, kind of still bullish, even if it go a little bit down, kind of still bullish. The indices, we finally took those triple highs. If you take a look at S&P and Nasdaq, something that it was interesting to see from the S&P perspective is that if you take a look at the previous maybe couple of weeks, Nasdaq was leading with a good distance comparing with the S&P, right? So while S&P was kind of still even trading somewhere around here, Nasdaq was already kind of reacting from here. When eventually Nasdaq already broke its highs, S&P now is kind of trading from this level. Nasdaq even kind of broke these highs kind of yesterday or 2 days ago. With S&P finally broke it, so kind of S&P managed to kind of catch up with Nasdaq finally. Get really close now to trading around the same levels of structure, which is something interesting because S&P was lagging a lot. if you just compare the dates of what I mentioned before, when S&P was kind of trading in here and in here and so on. Yeah, it was a nice move now from S&P to kind of get closer to the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is kind of reacting from this level in here. Again, another low that was created, and literally another low that is respected from the previous low. So another reaction down without kind of breaking a low. So it just keeps showing that, yep, there still moves to downside, but always respecting the previous low. So there's not a new lower low being created in here, and it hasn't been created during all this move to the upside. At least I don't see kind of any engulf down. This one respected the previous level of support resistance on the left side with this demand. This one still respected it. Yeah, price went down. Now we have this one, which is respected, and now we are literally about to create a new higher high for the day. So yeah, interesting to see that there's no shows of still weakness on the indices. We have retraced already 50% from this move, from this private to the upside. I think we have already retraced kind of 50% from the higher highs. Yeah, 50% was on the S&P. So on the Nasdaq we haven't really reached 50%. On S&P we did. Yep, this can be a good level of support resistance in there. Let's see until where these guys are going in this move to the upside, respecting this trend line as well. So yeah, let's see where it goes. Yep, a good exercise that I mentioned last Saturday. Actually, it was one of the things that I was doing with in this last mentoring session that I was doing. It's exactly that, right? So if you want to find out when you're moving like this, if you want to find out kind of where maybe there's a good level or maybe a zone for price maybe to stop and maybe reverse, you can do that exercise of trying to find out, starting from the highs, where actually can you find out where are those still fresh supply levels as price is evolving to the downside. So as price was going from here to the downside, where are still those fresh supply levels or support resistance levels that may be quite relevant for price to react from and maybe reverse. Those are actually kind of good levels to look for and to keep in mind, and that instead of just being biased kind of with a bullish momentum, expecting price to go to all-time highs, maybe you can actually have a little bit of reinforcement based on actually what you can see from the price. For example, if you don't really see any kind of fresh supply kind of within this level, maybe it wouldn't be a surprise that actually price may wants to just fill all this price and eventually go close to these highs. Or if you do see some kind of fresh supply level, maybe this level could be interesting to see how price is behaving from there. In here we have all this accumulation of highs, so maybe something in there could be interesting as well, aligned with this previous level of support resistance. So yeah, maybe something in here could kind of be a zone where price could react from, and so on and so forth. This one was taken maybe already for this one, or maybe somewhere in here could be the next level. So if you start doing that exercise, you're going to start looking or finding which levels are actually maybe still fresh, even if you don't have the major reversal to the downside. If you are looking for those zones on the maybe daily time frame or even 4-hour time frame, if you go then down to the 1 hour, 15 minutes time frame, maybe most likely you can even find some kind of opportunities, because most likely price is going to still kind of have some kind of reaction. maybe just to respect the next level of structure and then continue up. However, that same move on a daily time frame, it's maybe enough for the 15 minutes to find some kind of opportunity in there. Look for a trend, right? For sure, if you wanted, there's maybe some kind of opportunity that maybe could have kind of shorted just to make this move in here, right? So yeah, that's a good practice. S&P. This triple top, I do like this supply level in there. So let's see how price is going to behave from there. I do like it. No, actually it's this one, a little bit underneath it. Yeah, just let's see how price is going to move from. I do have this trend line as well. On S&P it's still not broken. On the Nasdaq it has been broken. And if you guys like moving averages, we actually on the daily time frame we are kind of getting close to the 200 moving average. A lot of people look at that as a potential level of resistance. Yeah, and make their buys based on if you are above or below the 200 moving average. Yeah, we are getting really close to that level. Right, let's see if we are ready to go and create new lows or just continue to go higher. Are we going to have just a fake out, a false breakout and go down, or are we going to continue to the upside? Let's see. Yep, let's see. So let's actually go to the other ones. So yep, I'm going to show it on the other side. So euro dollar, this was kind of the kind of behavior on the Monday that I just mentioned. Kind of this was the London open, somewhere in here. Price just went down. It respected from something in here. It was not that relevant. This kind of looked all compressed in here. I think I kind of mentioned that this was actually already kind of an engulfed to the downside for me. After the move down, I was not really expecting price to be respected on the way back in here. Yeah, but all this kind of looked compressed, and yeah, the reaction from that level, I didn't really thought it would be important. So yeah, if you're thinking about that behavior on Mondays, yeah, looking for that continuation to the downside, maybe that could have been a good setup. I didn't really found the for me. First of all, actually, I was looking a little bit for price to react from here, and not just where it did. And then I didn't really find the trigger to get short in here. Yeah, maybe in here there could be a good opportunity. But yeah, closer to this highs in here, I didn't really found the trigger. And price just started moving down and down and down. So not exactly. Okay, good to know. Yeah, but there you go, right? Price continue, and it just goes somewhere in here. Today we actually took this low. So yeah, we actually took the low, and maybe we're going to see a continuation to the downside on the euro. Let's see. Let's see what's going to happen in here. Yep. It has been a big move for the yen pairs. It's basically the ones that have been moving the most, at least in the morning. Really strong moves across all the yen pairs. And actually, I just wanted to do this this exercise with you, and you can maybe finish after that. So I'm going to just show on the end and how we can kind of combine scales with the space and goofs and fake outs and so on and so forth. So new chart. Just change this. Yeah, so I want to show. One hour maybe. Okay, 30 minutes. Okay, so this is kind of what I want to do. So this exercise is kind of to find out where is the space within this level. Let me just try it like this. Yep. Within all of this kind of what kind of opportunities we could have had within this rectangle. With confirmation, with space, and an approach, and so on and so forth. So let's start from here. So we do have this high, and in my opinion, yep, that one was taken. So there you go. We kind of have an engulf to the upside in here. So this is an engulf up. Towards where? Maybe towards this next level. I'm not really sure where we are on the left side, but let's just pretend that this is kind of maybe the next zone. So there's a little bit of space in there. What we had in there as well, we have all these highs that they were just taken by a little bit in there. I just actually draw it with precision. You're going to see that this high actually took this. You can see that this high in here actually took this one here on the left side. So yeah, engulf up. The price wants to go higher after reacting from these lows in here. This is kind of the demand zone. It could be even just within just this candle, or let's cover this one in here. Just something underneath this double low. We have this double low in here. This is kind of where I'll be looking for underneath this level for price to react from before kind of reversing. Underneath those double lows, it will be kind of the target. This is kind of what you have. What we have as well is that this low actually already broke this low in here. Right? This could be kind of the beginning of showing, okay, this is something that you usually see happening is after price breaks structure. After this high in here breaks this high, kind of showing indication it wants to go higher. All this is compressed in here, and usually we see price just going all the way down, breaking out this level, and then going up, all the way up. The indication is given in there, the price wants to go higher, there's literally space, even if it goes just until here, there's literally space to fill in there, and that could be one of the situations. Looking for longs, but yeah, the fake out in here is something that happens quite often, and you can notice that. So price goes all the way up, and in here literally kind of decides to engulf it, wants to go higher. This is maybe in a bigger scale. What we have in here now, price comes all the way down and actually even takes these walls again. Yeah, so it's kind of a second engulf to the downside, showing that, yep, I do want to go further down, and this kind of is a smaller scale right now. So consider this engulf in here, this green one, as a bigger scale, and now this one is kind of as a smaller scale. Where price wants to go from here, most likely wants to fill this space that is still available in here. And what price does afterwards is that it kind of creates out this accumulation of lows. Price kind of is managing to be respected around this kind of level of support. And another situation that you have in here is actually, there you go, a break above it, price wants to go higher. Now on this even smaller scale, in this case, we kind of have this green, this yellow, and now this white scale. We actually can kind of look for longs in here. Yep, we kind of look for longs in here, maybe with the target kind of testing of this supply level, somewhere in here could be an option. Yep, but at the same point, you should kind of still consider that you kind of want to still go down from this high up until here. And then maybe after price maybe gets to here, maybe actually want to go higher because it's actually kind of maybe an engulf to the upside, right? So we are playing in between this all these scales. Now you don't really need to just set up a sell limit order in here and to start looking for sell. You can kind of wait for confirmation. What confirmation can that be? There you go. Price goes up, it pauses in here, it starts compressing and goes higher. Maybe in here you still don't want to go short because maybe you are still thinking that this is was the engulf up. Maybe price just wants to go up, but most likely after you see this wall being broken, now you can kind of look for sales again. Okay, you can literally kind of look for sales. This can be kind of first target with the final target, since you already know that this was and broke this one. Final target could be this level, right? So there you go. And this is the trigger to go down. Get down from where? Yeah, just look for those extremes, kind of the retest of this maybe supply level again. Somewhere in there could be a good option, but this is actually a beautiful trigger in here. This is actually a really nice zone without this accumulation of highs in there. So there are a few zones to look for shorts in here. Even the retest of this supply level in there, something in here, and then this is kind of the last one, the last supply that is left there behind. Really nice zone. So yep, this was one of the last months that was still fresh on the way up. Price kind of reacted quite nicely from there. We go higher, we respect this level, this kind of I don't know, supply zone in there, flag in there, and price goes down. It still decides not to go down completely. It just kind of broke something in here, some kind of lows. It goes up, it still kind of creates a fake out. And if you are still aware that maybe price wants to go down because of this initial engulfing here, maybe in here could be a good option to look for another shorts in there. We have all this compression in there. Maybe after the break of this low, you can kind of start looking for the potential shorts somewhere under test of that level. And there you go. Hey Tom, how are you, man? Welcome to the stream, man. I haven't seen you for a long time. Yep. So after this, we can actually kind of look for maybe another opportunity to look for sales in here. Right. Yep. Until kind of we finally reach the final target, which personally I'll be looking underneath this double low, this double wick in there. That's kind of where I'll be looking for targets. Yep. Nice compression actually on the way down. Maybe actually you can start looking for longs, because let's not forget that this is still an engulf to the upside as well, right? So within this range, we kind of have a lot of opportunities with different scales to look for. We have kind of a few opportunities in here with different scales that can give you different kind of opportunities, and you don't really need to place sell limits straight away. You can actually wait for price to show you that it's about to turn, as it's giving you these engulfs to the downside or to the upside, and so on and so forth. And this is kind of the kind of setups that we kind of should try to look for with confirmation, space that needs to be filled, space that is free to be filled, and so on and so forth. Yep. I was actually kind of looking today for potential short at this KM zone, and the only reason actually that I didn't really trade the KM zone is because price kind of reached from this final target. So because kind of price filled this space in here at the target, I don't really like to trade now this level in here, because price reached the final target, so there's no more space to be filled. If price by any chance had broken these lows and continued down, or if price by any chance had kind of paused somewhere in here and went higher, then I think I'll be kind of looking for that sell at this kind of Quasimodo that you can see in here. But because price actually reached the final target, I'm not really yep, that's not the setup that I like to trade anymore, because I don't have a target anymore, and for me targets are kind of the most important thing, even more important than entries. What I do care about is targets, is space that needs to be filled. In this case, it's not filled. There's no space to be filled anymore. Unless if you just completely destroy everything that I just did in here, and I completely zoom out, and maybe now we have a completely different perspective of actually what's going on. Yeah, that it's the power of scales. Now if I just zoom out, things changed. I've been struggling, been sick for the past few weeks, but yeah, okay. You're feeling better now? Good, man. It happens to everyone. To be, yeah, not feeling 100%. Yeah, glad that you are recovering and that you are feeling better now, man. And back to trading. I kind of missed you here on the streams. Yeah, it's good. It's good to have someone to interact with. So glad you're back, man. Glad you're feeling that you're feeling better as well. Yeah. Let me know if you have opened any trade on your pounds, which is kind of your favorite pair. At least that's the one that you are always trading. Yeah, man. Good. So yeah, this is a good exercise. You can kind of find it across. You can do this kind of exercise across the other markets as well, which is kind of a good way to test, to find out that those spices, the engulfs, confirmations, entries. Yeah, and this is kind of what we should try to look for. Yep, being patient, trade extremes, wait for it. This is actually kind of a perfect example of waiting for the extremes, different scales, and so on and so forth. Yeah. Yep. Come in. So you just got back to the charts, and you're going to be sharing with me on the Saturday live stream. Yeah, man, looking forward to it. Yeah, Saturday, and then I'm going to do another one next Tuesday, and then I'm going on holidays, man, for 2 weeks. So I'm going to be away from for 2 weeks. So yeah, 1 week from now, which is going to be the 23rd. Yeah, the 23rd of August is going to be my kind of last stream for a moment, and then I'll be back kind of 2 weeks afterwards or 3 weeks afterwards. Whenever I'm back. And on the 12th, maybe 13th of September. I think that's going to be maybe my next live stream. I'm trying to prepare some videos, kind of highlights from the streams. I think they may be important, maybe help people to get information more concise instead of needing to watch all the stream. Something that I'm planning to start to do. But yeah, the editing part is just not my favorite cup of tea to edit. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's basically it. So in the end, what I'm looking for still, kind of looking at this pair in here, at this what I'm mentioning in this price action, is kind of I'm aware as well that we still have kind of this demand zone in here that's maybe still fresh, just above this double top. However, I do like this engulf up, so I actually would like to see kind of price eventually going higher, because I really like the way price reacted from this zone. It's a really nice reaction from that target, from that demand zone. So yeah, I would really like to see that happening. Meanwhile, we kind of have this left shoulder in here, all these lows and this zone in there. Price could easily just do this if by any chance it decides to come down. Nice reaction from this Quasimodo towards this demand zone. If we do break this demand, then okay, then maybe actually open space to go a little bit further down. We do have kind of this level in here now. Yeah, maybe this could be a good reaction from there as well. Let's see. Let's see if we do break this demand zone. Maybe there's more space to the downside. Yeah, I decided not to take this Quasimodo. It's actually a really nice reaction from there. Yeah, kind of nice reaction. It still moves like 40 pips from there. Yeah, and now that I didn't trade it, actually going to go to the moon. Actually going to drop. Yeah, let's get the let's catch all the pips until I go on holidays, right? I'm actually enjoying my momentum now. I'm in a good phase with my trading, so I'm actually enjoying it. Let's see. That's why I'm not a big fan of taking holidays for so long. It's okay. It's just 2 weeks. It's good. Yeah, I'm going to Greece. But yeah, usually kind of 3-4 days, it's kind of enough just not to lose the momentum. I really don't like to lose the momentum because it takes me a little bit of time to come back to it. Yeah, momentum for me is kind of an important factor. And I really don't like to lose it. But it's okay. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's it, man. In 1 hour, Benfica is going to play against Dinamo Kiev for the Champions League qualification. So let's see if Benfica has a good game, and if you win, that's it. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening. Yeah, do my daily report card. I haven't done it today until 8 p.m. Watch the match. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Matom, for joining the stream again. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, even if you're watching just a recording. If you would like me to do this kind of exercises more times, and this is kind of what I would like to do more often with you guys, trying to get clear at understanding of how to kind of spot this like engulf spaces, confirmations, and so on. Yeah, let me know if you would like me to create more content like this. Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's still 10 days to go. 10 days. So today is 16. Yeah, it's going to be on the 25th, 26th. I'm going to fight at midnight. First time I'm going to fight it during the night. It's going to be funny. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to create then. If you guys like it, I can start creating a little bit more content like this to start kind of spotting the levels and where to look for. Yep. You can, because then if you start paying attention to that when it happens, then you can start make those predictions in advance to actually try to capitalize on the moves. Okay, guys, thank you so much. See you next time. See you Saturday. Yeah, thank you. Obrigado.